This is GC Performance here, back with another video. Today I'm going to be talking about the Canyon brand. I've been doing a lot of videos lately on YouTube, and I get a lot of questions asked all the time about Canyon and what my thoughts are compared to this bike, and what are my thoughts compared to this bike, and they'll be like, oh, comparison to the Tarmac Pro, look at this bike by Canyon that blows out of the water. And I'm going to show you my thoughts on why local bike shops, or just in general, how local bike shops feel in terms of, someone bringing a Canyon into a store, and maybe sometimes you might get some hate. But also I'm going to get into detail of what about the brand, what I like about the brand, and what I think they're doing great. But so we'll get into it. First off, I'm just going to go ahead and say I'm a big fan of Canyon. I think their bikes look amazing. You can't compete with their prices. They do an amazing job at branding, marketing, and also giving out great product to the consumer. The reason why Canyon prices are so cheaper, if you guys didn't know, is that they are consumer direct. So that's the reason why you're going to see these price points of these bikes, like their top line bike model being for $9,000, whereas a Specialized, Trek, Giant even, or Pinarello, they're all going to be $12,000. They're basically taking the retailer out of it. So they're able to skip the retailer and go for go to consumer direct, and they'll sell them this bike for, take away the profits of what the retailer get for, but you're going to get lack of that customer support. You'll get the customer support in terms of sending the bike back and picking your size out, maybe talking to a person through email, but you're not going to get that one-on-one customer interaction, maybe a fit, stuff like that. So that's something you have to think about in considering a price. You might get some bad looks walking into a shop with a Canyon asking for a fit, maybe buying a bike with mechanical gearing, and them saying, hey, I bought this bike, I need some front derailleur adjustment, rear derailleur adjustment, my brakes are a little bit loose, can you tighten up the bike, I just got it. They might charge you a full bike build, or even for a bike fit they might say, hey, I'm going to charge you for it. They're going to charge you for whatever they do to it, because of the fact that it's something similar as if you were selling something yourself. Let's say you're whatever business you do, and don't take any heat from it, personal, but this is just me working at a bicycle store for a long time. They do a great job of what they're doing, but bicycle shops kind of take it personal when they skip over that and they go direct. So whatever you're doing, let's say you're in computer sales, marketing, whatever you're doing, and then someone comes along and says, hey, I'm going to do what you're doing for your business and you're providing for your family, and I'm just going to make it cheaper, and I'm going to cut you out, and I'm just going to sell direct to consumer, just like anything. They're like almost like a big box store. And the one thing they do great is that they sell it and they market it to GCN. They have the biggest voice out there for marketing through GCN, and GCN, they give them the bikes, I feel like, and these companies get their first hands on, they get their look on, they have them riding their product, they promote it. Yes, they're giving good feedback because they are great bikes. I'm not saying that they're just like boasting these bikes up for no reason. They're really good bikes, but they have the people with the biggest platform and voice of it doing it. Specialized does YouTube videos like this, Trek does YouTube videos like this, but they don't have the following because everyone thinks that Specialized and Trek have their head so far up there, that they're not getting the attention that GCN does, where they're like unbiased, they do these different unboxings, but they're always on a Canyon type bike, where they always have it showed in their thing, because I feel like that they're somewhat sponsored by them. And if you look at like GCN's videos, sometimes they're, say, paid advertisements included in there. But that's just my hot take on that. So in terms of comparison and price, I'll go to this. So for like a $9,000 top line bike, if this was, like I said, by Specialized, if this was by Trek, if this was by any bigger brand out there, this would be all day a $12,000 bike. It's just the fact, like I said, they're skipping out that. And so that's what you're going to get. If you bought this bike and took it into the store, and that's what they're trying to avoid, is to sell it to consumer as easy as possible. Now with their new stem adjustment, handlebar adjustment, the seat push should be easy, everything's electronic, everything should be good out the box. You can return it within these days. They're trying to avoid that. But if you do bring this bike into your store and say, hey, I just bought this thing, my gears aren't lined up and stuff like that, not saying that they're going to price gouge you, because that's what bike shops don't do, but you might get like, hey, like me personally, I'd be like, oh, this bike is a great bike, but I'm going to charge you for rear derailleur adjustment, front derailleur adjustment for a Di2, and any other question you have from there on, I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, I'll take care of you. I'm going to charge you for it because you skipped over you came to my store and you skipped over it. You bought this bike for yourself, and there's nothing to be, I'm not holding that against you, but I'm going to charge you for it. Whereas if you bought a bike from me, I would, look the other way for simple questions and charging like that. Same with this bike. This bike isn't so bad. This is $6,000. This is a newer model. Like this would be like a Tarmac Pro, which is like $7,000. Similar wheels. These are Revolve. These are pretty much like our DT rebranding. All-Taker Di2, carbon frame, integrated handlebar, and stem system going on with a carbon bar, carbon seat post. You go back over here. This is you're getting pretty much the same thing. DT Swiss branded wheels, All-Taker Di2, carbon integrated bar. This is a one-piece bar with the whole adjustment, but you're saving $1,000. So that's, again, it's not that far off, but yeah, that's a good chunk of money for a majority of people. That's a sixth of a price discount. So you're getting a huge discount there, but they're very similar in bikes. And again, I don't know. It's just, I've talked to many other bicycle shop owners. I've talked to many other bicycle shop employees, workers, even the industry. Canyon is very smart, like I said, with marketing, selling, branding. And you know, don't be taken off if you go into a store with a Canyon, but you know, I love Canyon as a brand, so I might talk to you and say, hey, I love your bike and stuff like that. But like, if you do need anything, even air, I'll hand you a pump. You can use it for free. But if you want me to pump it up yourself, I'm gonna charge you for it, just because of the fact that you know when we went and bought out a Canyon. So that's just my personal take on it. Now this is where Canyon kills it. Starting price points for these bikes: $4,000 for an entry level 105 full carbon frame. The frame looks beautiful, and you're getting carbon wheels on that. This blows away, in my opinion, the Expert by Tarmac SL7. This is a carbon frame. You get the integrated cockpit, but this is an aluminum bar. You're getting a carbon fiber seat post. You're getting All-Taker Di2, which, okay, yeah, that's a nice gearing, but you're getting some booty wheels. And I mean, this right here on this setup is absolutely insane for $4,000. That's $5,000. I mean, you're getting an All-Taker Di2, but a full $4,000 bike with Shimano 105 mechanical, which is still shifts buttery smooth, and Reynolds on there, I mean, you can't knock them. They're such a great brand. Going consumer direct is one of the smartest things I think they could have done, and their sales are showing it, and the ecosystem, the consumers, the fan base they're getting for it, you see it. I mean, I think maybe 5 out of 20 customers come to my store that look at road bikes, they always bring Canyon. And what are my thoughts on it? I tell them everything the same thing. I say they're a great product, but if you want someone if you want a store to go to right away with an issue, and you drop it off for repair or something like that, it might get pushed to the back, you know? And there's nothing, I'm not saying like, hey, we're typically going out there, but the lengths we might go for a customer who bought a bike from us personally, which is just like anything, they buy our product, they're supporting our brand and supporting us. We're going to take care of them a little bit quicker, or maybe, you know, try to prioritize them first than someone just dropping off a Canyon to us and saying, hey, if you can get this done. So that's just my take on these Canyons. I'm a big fan of the bikes and the brands, and if I was a consumer myself, 100%, not 100%, but I would strongly consider a Canyon bike because of that matter. And the integration they're doing with this whole new unbolt the handlebar, the quill stem going up and down, that's crazy stuff. That's really, really cool stuff. But the whole YouTube videos of watch the video for the GCN type thing and them doing that whole support thing, again, Specialized does this with Tarmacs. They're shivs. They do whole YouTube videos. I think it's kind of cheesy when they do it, but it doesn't draw the attention like GCN does because they have that bigger platform. So Canyon, I give them kudos for that all the way. But that's just my take on this bike, on the Canyons in general, and why I've talked to other local bike shops. Now, granted, there's local bike shops out there who aren't going to care as much, whatever it is. But that's just in this marketplace where there's other retailers out there and there's other stores, and you're buying an online product and taking it to a store and trying to get it worked on. That's why you might feel a little bit of hate from your local bike shop. But at the end of the day, you can't knock their product. I'm not saying their bikes are crappy at all by any means. Their bikes are high quality. You're getting what you paid for sure. And that's why you'll see those Specialized, Trex, Pinarello. You're getting those luxury taxes because you're getting the backing of a retailer. If you have a warranty issue, go take it to them. You handle everything. You don't have to do nothing. Once you drop it off them, you're good. You're good to go. The dealer does everything. So that's what you're getting there. So, but anyways, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think. I hope it didn't offend anyone out there. Giving my opinions on the bike shops and how they handle it. But it's just the truth, and I hope that you guys can take my unbiased opinion and use it for some knowledge. But yeah, thank you guys so much for checking out, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.